Retired soldier Brendan Lannon served 16 years in the Canadian military, including an 8-month tour in Afghanistan back in 2010. Along with other former soldiers who have also ties to Niagara, Brendan has been collecting much-needed supplies to bring to Ukraine inside renovated ambulances. The ambulances are donated along with medicine and medical supplies. Brendan joins me now to talk about this incredible story. So, tell me, first off, where did you get the idea to do something like this?
It just honestly started over a casual conversation that evolved into something extremely large, which we weren't really expecting. And one of our other teammates, he started making some phone calls and said, you know what, guys, we might be able to actually do this.
And why don't we take it back here and just tell us a bit about your background from the Canadian military?
Sure, I joined when I was 19, February 9th, 2006. This was about the time Canadians were in Afghanistan. I come from a history of military in my family, so I figured it was my time. And I figured if I was going to be in the Canadian military, I may as well sign up to go to Afghanistan as well. So I ended up going in 2010.
And this is such an inspiring story, selflessness, risk, determination. What inspired you to now make this your mission?
Well, why do we join the Army? We want to help domestically and abroad, right? It was always help. And not so much the fight, but purpose. And when this idea came up, it felt like something we needed to do.
And so what does it take to put together an operation like this?
A lot of logistics and trying to expect the unforeseen. So a lot of phone calls because we're operating out of Europe and everything's a little different there. So ensuring we had our ducks in a row could be a headache at times.
And I mean, I was just looking at the picture here and I said, wow, what does it take to even just get an ambulance shipped there?
It was a long drive. So our first convoy of vehicles we sourced out of England, and we literally drove them to the port and went across the channel and landed in France and drove them right to Ukraine. One of our team members, he's a former paramedic in England, and he had a lot of connections that he could reach out to and a lot of buy-in on this mission that we were doing. So it actually, once the things were starting to come together, it was kind of seamless in a way.
And I mean, just getting to the border in Ukraine, what kind of connections or communication is even available right now to do that?
I feel like we spent a day at the border, half the day at the Polish border and then half a day on the other side of the border. They want to protect against exporting and importing, right? So ensuring that and double checking that what we actually have is what we're bringing over.
And in terms of communication back and forth with Canada, do you have that? Are you able to do that at all?
At the right time, yeah. When we went into Ukraine, we turned our phones off. There's a lot of things going on with that. And so just to be safe, we were very careful on how we communicated back home.
So having firsthand combat experience in a war zone, you know firsthand the risks that can go into traveling and seeing the need for these supplies. Can you just explain to us, though, the need?
Well, that's the thing. I think you nailed it there. As long as we focused on the need and the mission, the risk was kind of second thought. You know, our family members might say differently, but we knew that it was something that needed to be done.
And just take us through the journey. So you get there, you spend almost a day at the border, you have the ambulance, you get in. What's the response like?
It was actually incredible. It's especially the people you meet along the way that help facilitate that journey. So I don't know, there was a degree of fun and a degree of fear and a degree of satisfaction. So it was quite the thing then.
And when you got there, I understand you helped offer some self-defense instructions to Ukrainian civilians as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Members of the team, I believe it was over 1,500 people that they ran through basic first aid training and then basic soldier skills. There were a lot of people being drafted, brought in. A lot of people didn't want to do what they were doing, but we helped give some tips to get them their foot through the door.
And what was the response from Ukrainians there on the ground when you came in?
Open arms.
Okay.
Open arms, yeah. absolutely.
And how did you prepare yourself for something like this?
I think I thought about everything after, and I just went in. So yeah.
You were on a mission, and a mission for good, and
Absolutely.
brought what you needed. What are some of the supplies that you bring? We can see in the pictures some of the things, but what is the greatest need right now?
Life-saving equipment, heart monitors, medications, things like that, and ambulances, because they didn't have many, right? We brought over firefighting equipment, anything we could get that could be utilized. We filled the ambulances, we filled a sea can, we shipped it over. Mm-hmm. The logistics on that were pretty wild, but we made it happen, and we filled a cube van at one point, or a cube truck, and brought that over as well.
And what are you finding is the response from all different communities in terms of getting you what you need to donate?
It was actually really good. The Ukrainian church, St. John's Ukrainian Church in St. Catharines, they've been a backbone on this and helping facilitate gathering these needed things and getting them to where they need to be.
Are you accepting donations from all over the place?
We've done some fundraising, but all our efforts have been directed right through the church. We've let them handle that, and they've been very helpful in that regard.
Now, in terms of the community helping out, what is the best way for them to go about doing that?
Reach out to the St. John's Ukrainian Church.
And then in response, they connect to you, and
Absolutely.
then you take it from there.
Yep. And we're on Instagram too. We're called Forward Response Group. So you can find us there as well, and reach out to us personally.
And what's your next step? What's happening next?
We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We just sent an ambulance. My friend Jeremy and I, part of the team, we just drove it across from his farm in Wainfleet, mm-hmm. right to Halifax, dropped it off at the port last week.
Wow, and that's being?
It's being shipped to Antwerp.
Okay.
And then other elements of our team will pick it up there and drive it right into Ukraine.
Wow, okay. Well, Brendan, thank you so much for joining us today, and I wish you all the best and luck in this amazing endeavor that you've started.
Thank you for having me.